Hi everyone, welcome to GuiNet Technologies. And today we are starting our Zscaler course session, right? So we'll discuss about the Zscaler, right? Step by step, everything about Zscaler, lab testing, features, functionality, how it is going to help, how it is going to change your careers. So everything like from zero to, will become the hero from the Zscaler point of view. So let's just start our session without any further delay, right? So you can see here Zscaler having their logo and the name is same Zscaler and having the trademark. So trademark basically it's like registered trademark. So nobody can use the name and the logo without their consent and permission. And here we are just, sharing the knowledge based on the content, what they have provided over the internet and the services they provided to the clients and what experience I have gained from the real time scenario while dealing with the Zscaler customer, clients and support and the platform architecture side. So I'll go with the all deep dive, right? So we'll discuss about the basics, what is the Zscaler, and we try to understand their architecture, packet flow, component, SASE solution, right? So step by step, everything we'll understand, but slowly we'll start and gradually we'll go in the deeper and deeper and we'll understand each and everything, right? So let's start. So first thing, like when you talk about the Zscaler and the name itself come in your mind, like why actually Zscaler come in a picture? We might having the router, we might having a switches, we might having the firewalls, right? So what exactly need we have for the Zscaler point of view, right? So probably you are right, and definitely you should definitely have this kind of the question in your mind, and definitely you should get an answer, right? So I'll definitely help you out to get those our answer, right? And we'll try to understand. So first, I would like to understand about the Zscaler products, right? What all products we have in terms of the Zscalers. So whenever you start talking about the Zscaler, basically in Zscaler, we having three major products, right? So one is the GPA, right? One is the GIA, and one is the ZDX, which is not showing here in basically in this particular slide. But yes, we having three products, and Zscaler is basically a company, right? And it's a very big organization, and they're having the very football across the globe, and they're having a very large cap of the cloud security provider across the globe, right? So they're having a three product, that is the GPA and GIA and JDX, and we'll try to understand each and everything, why we use the GPA, why we use the GIA, and why you use the JDX, right? And we'll try to understand. And also you can see here that is a Zscaler client connector, and you can see some kind of the Zscaler.net, what does mean. So we'll understand one by one. So let's move on the next slide and we'll understand more about the products, right? So I'll go briefly because we are starting. So first you should know anything before you go and understand the technology. First, you should know about the products as well, right? So same like followed by the previous slide, you can see here the platform overview. So they having like various platform overview and the products. So you can see in the product point of view, the same thing we having a GIA, which is known as the Zscaler Internet Access. So the term is GIA is equal to Zscaler Internet Access. GPA, if you see about the GPA is equal to Zscaler Private Access, right? So this is GPA, and there is some additional feature also having with the Zscaler, that is for the business to business. So let's suppose two businesses want to do some communication exchange and they want to use the Zscaler services. So they also use the Zscaler business to business. They having a like cloud production. So if you're having something in cloud and you want to protect them, any services, any server, any data, so they're having a special product for the cloud production as well. And the third one, which is the Zscaler digital experience, that is JDX, right? J sorry, JDX. So this is a Zscaler digital experience and Zscaler deception technology. Again, this is like not that much widable use, but yes, they having a product and many customers are using, but widely usable product is, and you should know basically that is a Zscaler internet access, because this is the like something every customer use this, and this is a very popular. And second one is like Zscaler private access, and this is again, this is the very similar to the any remote VPN solutions you're thinking about, likewise the Cisco any connect, Palo Alto global protect, Fortinet any VPNs, you can just think about that. So any type of the remote access VPN, any organization are using. So similar, this is the Zscaler private access. I'll discuss more about it. What is that? And the third one is that is a widely usable, that is a JDX. So this is three solution. Basically, if you're planning to like start your career in the Zscaler, you can go step by step all three solutions. You can rest, leave it for time being. It's not necessary for time being, yes, but later if you want to go grow in the Zscaler in the very wider role, you want to become the TAM, like technical manager, like technical account manager, or you want to become the senior manager, you want to become the very architect level. So I believe you should go and learn each and every product for the Zscaler, right? So this is something you should aware about the products. So these are the all products, and this is the integrated services, infinitely scalable. So these all are going to be, part of the Zscaler. But what we are going to cover in this video series, so this series we are going to talk about more about the Zscaler internet access. This is separate session we are going to do here, and then we'll discuss about the separate session about the Zscaler private access, and then we'll discuss about the Zscaler digital experience. So all three will cover, but these all three with the different modules, right? So not club is going to be all together, yes, but we'll understand overview why we use the Zscaler internet access in this particular course, and why you use the Zscaler private access, and additionally we'll understand about the Zscaler digital experience. All right, so let's start now. Further, we having the platform and overview. We can see here, so unified platform for the transformations, zero trust exchange. What does mean zero trust exchange? Zscaler client connector. Why you use Zscaler client connector? What is the compliance and why the privacy? So you can see, if you want something built in your infrastructure, which is zero trust exchange, that means if you are exchanging any data, any communication, so prior to start the communication, you have to prove your identity, right? How you're going to prove your identity, that's having the different methods. We'll understand in detail, but that before proving your identity, you cannot exchange your data. So that the zero trust exchange, like with the Zscaler client connector, what does mean? So we'll discuss more in depth what is a client connector and how it is going to work. Compliance, how it is going to help in terms of compliance and privacy if you want to achieve through the Zscaler platform. So we'll discuss more in detail. So I hope you understand the platform overview and product overview. So majorly you should know about the Zscaler internet access, you should know Zscaler private access, and you should know about the Zscaler digital experience. Moving forward, so let's start. We'll discuss these three products overview in today's sessions, right? And we'll try to understand little bit about this all products, and we'll do later deep dive and configuration and troubleshooting everything, right? So let's start with Zscaler internet access. So if I'm talking the Zscaler internet access, so what is a Zscaler internet access? So they're having a very long definition and benefits, but let me make your life short, long story short, how it is going to be used, how it is going to help, and how this product is going to work in the real scenario, right? So if I talk about the Zscaler internet access, this is nothing similar to the proxy, right? So you might be heard about the proxy. Your organization might be keep using proxy since long time. So if you know about the proxy, so Zscaler is nothing. Zscaler GIA solution, that is especially Zscaler internet access, right? This is nothing. This is just a proxy, right? So internet-based proxy. So earlier when you're using the proxy, so might be you having the organization. In your organization, you having a multiple devices. Let's suppose this is your big office, or might be the mid office, or like the big office. We having the 1,000+ users sitting here. So what kind of devices you are going to install? You can install the routers, right? Might be the 2 routers. You might be going to install the switch edge, right? These going to connect, and these are going to connect with the different circuits, like by the internet, like with the MPLS. These are going to be connected, right? And further, you might be have to install the firewalls, and might be also, let's take example blue code proxy, right? So BC just install that, and behind this also we having a switch edge where multiple users are connected. Just think about these access points are connected, WLC are connected. So there is two kind of requirement. Let's say suppose my user want to go on the internet. So definitely I can send the user through the internet by using the firewalls, by using the routers directly. Just we have to do the NAT, right? Because you're using the private IP address in the LAN. So private IP address in the LAN. So if you want to go on the internet, so I can use the any NAT method, even from the routers, even from the firewalls, we just have to do the source NAT. If you're using the Palo Alto, if you're using the router Cisco, then you can just have to do the NAT inside outside, and you want to enable the PAT. You can enable the PAT as well. So your traffic will definitely go on the internet, but your source always going to be changed, right? Source address always going to be changed on the or translated over the public internet. So this is how it can be achievable. But if you want, I don't want to do anything in terms of the NAT and all, and I want to use the proxy solution where my proxy will intercept my connection, and on behalf of me, they are going to build the internet stations from user to the any Google-based server, or might be the any Facebook server, right? Whatever the URL you're just accessing from the base on the internet, any WhatsApp, Google, YouTube, Facebook. So this is a proxy. So proxy means on behalf of you, he is initiating the connection to the internet, right? So web traffic, like web traffic, that could be the HTTP traffic or could be the HTTPS traffic. So these are two web traffic category which work on the port 80 and 443, right? So this is what it was happening in the previous stage. But in that scenario, what is going to happen? You need to purchase the physical boxes, like Bluetooth proxy boxes you need to purchase. You need to manage, your firewall need to manage, your firewall need to be purchased. So these all things basically you have to do by your own. So things were working fine. There was not a problem. Then why is Zscaler come in a picture? So basically the Zscaler give an idea, right? Still might be having a similar kind of solution, right? But you don't need this proxy here. You don't need, right? And you can still leverage the proxy by using the Zscaler solutions. So you don't need to buy Zscaler, I mean the blue code proxy, physical box, any other proxy. Just I'm giving an example for the blue code, but it could be the any vendors. So I'm not going in the vendor specific, but just general, you think no need to buy your proxy physically at your site. What you have to do, you just take a subscription from the Zscaler. By taking the subscription from Zscaler, what you have to do, basically, your one of the cloud-based proxy is going to allocate it to you. One of the tenant, which is going to be based on the cloud, right? So what you have to do based on your internet routers, you have to build a tunnels. So you just have to build a tunnels, right? From your location. I'm just sharing one of the forwarding method. We are in the very beginning, so I'm just sharing the tunnel forwarding method. It could be the various. I'll discuss one by one in the latest stage, but just think about very simple and very recommended is GRE tunnel. It could be the IPsec, GRE, we having the pack file, we having other VPN solutions and other proxy solution also, right? So we'll discuss one by one, right? But just I'm talking about the recommended is the GRE. So from the site, still your user want to access the facebook.com, right? So this is the facebook.com you want to access. You might be access the google.com, right? Might be you can access the youtube.com. So now you don't have the proxy. These are the based on the internet, right? And these is connected via the Zscaler cloud. So you just think about this is Zscaler proxy, which is GIA. I'll discuss. This is a very high level, I'm giving the overview. We'll go very deep level later on how it is going to be segregated, how it is going to be bifurcated. But just think about this is a very high level, right? So once your traffic is going to be, start from the user point of view, and the moment this router will come to know the user want to go on the web traffic, that is based on the HTTPS or HTTP. Right? HTTPS or HTTP means 443 or port 80. So in that situation, I'll simply send all traffic to the Zscaler. And Zscaler further is going to build a connection on behalf of me to these all web applications or web URLs, whatever I want to use. I don't care, right? So this is how this is going to build a connections. After building a connection, you no need to change your IP address. You no need to change your IP. No NAT is going to be required here. Same source, whatever its private IP address, just think about it's a 1080, might be the 80.0/24 subnets are coming. So no need to do any NAT. You just by taking this source and you are going to Google, your connection will be intercept again by the Zscaler proxy, which is hosted in the cloud, not in your environment, right? And rest on behalf of you, they will initiate the connection with the Zscaler from the Zscaler to the Facebook, Google, and the YouTube, and they just make the communication through from you and the Google, Facebook, whatever that. So this is an idea. So proxy was in house, and that was removed from house and put in the cloud. That is the Zscaler internet access, and this is nothing. This is just the proxy solution, right? So this is something high level, but we'll discuss the low level in later stage. Okay. So I'm just not putting too much time here because we have to discuss in very deep about this solution, because we are going to cover this solution in very deep in this particular lecture. So now moving, you can see there is a ample of benefits they are talking about. So they are talking about the Zscaler internet access defines safe, fast internet and SaaS access with the industry most comprehensive zero trust platform. See, this line is very powerful because it's saying if you want to achieve a security, if you want to do any fast communication with the secure environment, if you want to access your any cloud based software services applications, so you use the Zscaler, it is going to provide all security parameters as per your organization need, and you can just leverage their zero trust platform to just access the any web applications. So a lot of things they are writing, but if you just think about the benefits, a lot of benefits they have, right? So they are provide the all kind of protection to your organization, like the firewall policy, malware protection, threat protection, sandboxing feature, real-time updates, real-time your protections, 300 trillions daily basis threat signals scanning they are doing. So this is the world largest security cloud. Let's see, you can see 300 trillions. You can see the number daily threats, right? Signals they scan and they do the real time, blocking if required. Get an unmatched user experience. So if you are the user and you are leveraging this Zscaler cloud SaaS solutions like the Zscaler internet access proxy, you will be like, you'll get the very fast response. Like if you're just accessing the Google or might be the Facebook, YouTube from their legacy network environment, and you are just switching to the Zscaler, you'll find that is a very fast, very secure, very reliable. So you can see like you'll like having a very good experience while accessing any of the applications, right? And this is something like very cost effective as well. So if you compare your on house solution, if you compare to the proxy of the Zscaler solution, so also you are going to save a lot of cost. So a lot of benefits we have in the Zscaler internet access proxy, but we'll discuss in very detail one by one. It's a very high level again, I'm saying, because we are just introduction this, we are just in an introduction session of the Zscaler, right? But later we'll go in very detail. Now moving to the second product, right? That is a Zscaler private access. So again, why you use, as I mentioned in the very beginning, so it's a nothing, it's a like remote access VPN. Similar in my PC, you can see here, I have something that is known as the Cisco AnyConnect VPN. Might be I have the global protect as well. Might be you have seen guys here. If I'm going to just in Google, and if I'm just trying to find the you just global protect from the Palo Alto, many of already know that. So this is something global protect. So you might be see this image. So again, see, so this is again a software need to install in the client, right? But backend they having their own mechanism how global protect is going to work. If you belong something, you having knowledge on the Palo Alto firewall and you have worked, then you can relate it. Similar, Cisco AnyConnect, this is again a software, right? That should be installed in my PC, but how actually it is working, where the connection is going, how it's making the connection securely to the devices or data center or any private network, that's again a like technical things and we have to understand. Similar, if we talk about the Zscaler private access, likewise this software, you have to install a software in your machine, which I talk later. So if you talk about the GPA, let me just Zscaler private access. See, so this is a software. This is going to install in your machine. So see, private access, internet security, digital experience. All three products we have to understand one by one, different modules. But Zscaler private access also need to be enabled and installed in your computer. If this software is not going to install, that is not going to make this site to site, remote to site VPN, client to site VPN, which you called. So this is a pure, if you want to use the VPN. Likewise, if you're sitting, this is your data center, right? This is your data center. This data center having the many servers, right? Servers like Office 365 you are hosting here. That is on cloud based, but just giving the examples. Any other FTP server, right? And they all are in the private network. Might be they are in the 10 series network. And you are just connected. These are connected with your internet circuits. And you are working from home, right? And you also connected with the internet. Shane, you want to access this, your internal applications, your customer based internal application, your organization based internal application, then how are you going to access that? So basically you just have to build, a private tunnels, right? You have to build some tunnel, not private, over the public network. You just have to build the tunnels. And by using these tunnels, and you can just access their private network by using the public network. This is known as the nothing is a VPNs. And same functionality Zscaler private access is going to give you. Very straightforward. We'll do the very deep dive about this product also, and we'll understand what is a GPA, what is the architecture, packet flow, how the application segment is created, how the troubleshooting is going to happen, how the connector is going to be deployed. A lot of things we have to discuss in the GPS. So trust me, it is going to be very deep dive session. So we will like get this all like VPN solution by using this particular Zscaler private access, right? So if you talk about the key features, little bit high level, we'll discuss again very low level. So seamless user experience, because you are working from home, working from anywhere, not home, anywhere, even you are traveling, you are the remote, you are any of the corner of the world, just you need the internet, right? Policy driven connectivity that dynamically adjusts to the network changes. No need to worry about that. Enhanced security, because GPA is again going to be provide the whole security uh, uh, concept that required to just work from home user. After pandemic, many workforce has been shifted from office to home, right? So everyone is going to require basically this enhanced security, and organization just make sure like what my user is doing, and any kind of the misleading information is not going to be shared from internet, means from the user machine to the employee machine to the internet, or from internet to the employee systems. So any kind of the ease of the deployment, security deployment, instant deployment and discovery. So it's very easy. Single sign-on features, you'll get real-time visibility, we'll understand each and everything, what is that and how it is going to be configured later stage. But you can see seamless user experience, enhanced security, ease of deployment, instant deployment, single sign-ons, real-time visibility. These all features you are basically going to get by using this particular Zscaler private access. So in short, long story short, if you want to use the remote access VPN, just you have to use the second feature, that is the Zscaler private access. If you want to use the internet access solution, that is equivalent to proxy solution, right? Now moving to the next. The next one is the JDX, right? Digital experience. Zscaler digital experience. You can just say Zscaler digital experience. So what is that? Why it is going to be required? So trust me, guys, this is the masterpiece. Again, every product from the Zscaler is a masterpiece, right? Because they work, they design, they spread their technology across the world, and people adopt it because they're having the caliber, they're having those features. Basically, they need that, right? So JDX is again one of the best tool I can say for the user experience or your troubleshooting experience. So trust me, you have seen like SD-WAN dashboard, right? You have seen Palo Alto Panorama dashboard, Palo Alto login dashboard. You have seen the GUI of the Fortinet firewalls, checkpoint firewalls, many dashboard you have seen. You have, if you're working in the Palo Alto SD-WAN, like Cisco, especially or Versa, you'll see they're having the, in Versa, we having analytics tabs. We can go and analyze what is happening in my network. Cisco SD-WAN, you go in the vManage, you can just go analyze what is happening, who is accessing what application, now what is the bandwidth uses, where the packet loss, what is the latency, which application is consuming how much bandwidth, what application having the what level of the performance. Similar in the Palo Alto, you having the GCC command center. You can go there and you can just use how my application is behaving, which kind of threat we have just landed in my firewall, and user what application, what device they are just using. So every parameters you can just get in the GCC, like not GCC, like ACC command section, application command center in the Palo Alto firewalls. So By using those ACC command center, you can get the inside visibility. So similar, we having the every vendor, they are just giving the different tools to just understand the behavior of your traffic, understand the application behavior, understand the latency log, like means whatever the communication you are doing, whatever the traffic is passing through your network. If you want to get the statistics for your monitoring and troubleshooting, that in Zscaler, JDX is going to do all the work. JDS is going to do all the work. That is a Zscaler digital experience. This is specially designed for the monitoring, quick troubleshooting. Trust me, it's too easy. And when you start doing the troubleshooting, it is going to give the lot of visibilities. So ensure like great user experience across all the location in regard of where he is. He don't care. He just pull each and every performance, how his internet is working, when his machine uh, start sending any packets, hope by hope, if landed in local ISP, what was the performance? When it reaches to next ISP, how was the performance? What is the loss, latency, jitter? Everything they are going to cover. So device, local network, ISP, and internet. See, so every network, even the local device, device postures, device health, even that is going to monitor. And then finally, you land to the any private apps, your data center, your SaaS-based application. So end-to-end visibility and insights. If you want to get end-to-end visibility, means the leaving the packet from the user machine, including the user machine health, and till the time you're reaching to the any application, and then application is responding to you, and you want to just verify end-to-end path, right? So you need a JDX subscription from the Zscaler, and this is going to give you the end-to-end visibility of your application behavior, your network connectivity, your health real-time checks and insights, even the threats, even the vulnerability in any kind of the DOS attack. So malware, worms, everything they are going to keep. So get visibility across the devices, network, apps, even those not in your control. See, so this is the masterpiece, I can say, which network even not in your control, but still they are going to give the visibility. ISP is not in your control, but even they are going to tell this hope, this network having that much latency. They're having such way of the brilliancy in their software design and their product design. I detect the issue before user complains. So even user no need to complain. If there is a slowness, there is some issue, then it will automatically detect, and might be if you manage the that all product by the solar wind, they will generate the alert for you. Or it might be you just proactively monitor this JDX tool, they will just get the ticket on this or the alert on this JDX tool as well. Quickly pinpoint root cause also. See, if you want to quickly pinpoint the root cause, it is also going to give the same thing. Simplify your monitoring stack with the single end-to-end view. So how it is powerful, isn't it, right? So trust me guys, these three products are very key products, right? So Zscaler developed very good technologies, and most of the tech like products you can say are very useful. But out of these, internet access, that is a proxy, Zscaler private access, and Zscaler digital experience, all you should know. But you start from Zscaler internet. This is a basic. If you start from there, you will get great to start. If your company using the not Zscaler private access, then it's still okay, because you know the proxy might be using the Global Protect or some other VPN, but you can just start with Zscaler internet access. And same time, if you taking these all subscriptions, you'll probably get this JDX subscription as well. So you having the better visibility of your network, right? So if I talk more about the JDX, you can see the same thing. Be the first to know when user experience degraded. So you know already my user experience is getting red, yellow, or already in green. So every information you are going to know by user JDX, right? Leave no user behind, get precise, timely, and alert. So alert, you are going to get see details on every user's experience, what they are doing. So it's very details, right? You'll get that. And you can see here the anything you want to monitor, any application, the same thing, any cloud infra, any networking devices, connectivity, Wi-Fi, VPN, ISP, and even the devices, they all are going to be, managed by the Zscaler digital experience, right? So they are talking about that, that is known as the why it's matter. Zscaler digital experience because they having the great features like insight, end-to-end visibility, like you can do any kind of the troubleshooting by using that Zscaler. So I believe that's all for this particular module, right? So we'll move further and we'll discuss about the more about the Zscaler components, right? But for time being, we are just stopping this session here and we'll continue with the next session. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.